What do you miss about not working? Hello, welcome back to the channel, or just welcome to the channel if it's your first time. My name's Douglas, and today's subject: what do you miss about not working now that you've retired? Firstly, let's just check that you have fully retired, not just swapped one career for another. Because if you have, good luck to you. I hope you do alright, but most of this won't apply to you, I don't think. What I mean by retired is that you've stopped making a living from regular employment, or self-employment, come to that. That's the category I was in when I stopped working for a living, self-employment that is. I'd been an employee until I reached the age of 50, when I was made redundant by the very large company I worked for. It was obviously very unwelcome at the time, and the timing itself was pretty bad as well, because it happened just after Christmas in January of the following year. I'll leave all that for another video. That bit of information was just a scene setter for the actual subject of this video, just so you know that being both self-employed and employed is something that I've experienced. There's a lot to be said, both for and against either situation. And when I stopped being employed, and stopped, there was no more regular monthly paycheck. I certainly missed that. I missed the security of knowing I was able to cover the mortgage payments, the regular utility bills, food bills, and all the costs of normal life for me and my family. And with 2 children, just at university age, it was highly worrying. Also, I missed the interaction with my colleagues at work. The regular chit-chat, jokes, squabbles, and the friendships that developed both at work and with some colleagues, of course, outside of work as well. Another thing I missed: the ongoing training and development days and courses, factory courses, head office visits, customer visits, hospitality situations, whether I was giving the hospitality or receiving it. And of course, well, not of course, but in my case, some overseas trips as well. They lasted from anything between a day and a week. In Europe mostly, in fact entirely. Nice to stay at a good hotel sometimes and see a bit of another country, all on company money. So I missed that as well. As well as the regular monthly paychecks, there are other benefits to being employed. Company pension scheme, that doesn't carry on when you become self-employed. Health insurance, that doesn't carry on either. Provision of a company car, that vanishes too. And there's other things which I'm sure you'll let me know about, because you know about them and this might stir you thinking about them. But those just named, they've got a considerable financial impact. So no surprise then that those are definitely the things I missed most category. Even the routine of getting up at a regular time, getting out and driving to work in any and all weather. That might seem like a chore, a boring chore when you're actually doing it, but you miss it when it's gone, strangely enough. It was a good, peaceful thinking time. I wonder if you feel that. A sense of purpose very often, if you work for a big company as I was doing when I was made redundant. I miss that. There's even a sort of rhythm or routine to the year. I mean, I had annual budgets to create and maintain or exceed if possible. I had staff to generally organise and be responsible for. And of course there's a myriad of legislation, company policy, all that sort of stuff to comply with. I even kind of miss that. So there's quite a few of the things about being employed that I miss. Now on to the self-employed bit. It's completely different. from when you start working as an employee to being retired from self-employment, and you miss different things. You miss the freedom of deciding for yourself how you're going to make your money. You miss the freedom of deciding when you're going to work and for how long. You miss deciding for yourself if and when, and are you able to, take a holiday. You miss the occasional joy in having a bumper week or month and making a big profit that particular time. And you miss the ability to be able to claim all sorts of things as a business expense, and yet have the use of them for your own private purposes some of the time. I never said that bit, of course. And also, there are great benefits to being self-employed. It's not all, strict routine stuff. There's a lot of benefits there. Other benefits, not just financial. No boss asking or telling you what to do. You can do what you choose, anytime you choose, if you can afford it. So I miss that. But that freedom, that does depend, of course, on what kind of self-employment you have or had. If you're working on your own, you can pretty much do as you please. If you choose to employ other people, you have to make sure that you have enough regular work coming in to keep them busy, and it has to pay enough to keep them with good, sensible, regular wages, and to make a profit for yourself. You're seldom able to take much time off in that situation. I've tried both variations. Either one you choose, there's much more responsibility in being self-employed. You're in charge of your own destiny, and you sink or swim by your own efforts. And you have to recover from your own mistakes, pretty much on your own. I've made a few. There's nobody there to bail you out. It certainly gives you some tales to tell, but those are for other videos, not this one. Of course, you also miss the fun of trying new ways to make money. You don't have to stick to one thing, you can do what you like. And you learn new things, new stuff on the way. And you come across a whole new subcultures and subcategories of businesses and people. So now you're retired. I'm talking to you now. Now you're retired, not me. What do you miss? Let us know in the comments. People are interested. If you're not quite retired yet, what are you looking forward to giving up? Do you think maybe whatever it is, you'll miss it? Let me know about that too. I'm pretty sure other people will like to hear that. They'll be interested, especially if they're coming up the same time. So that's it for this video. I hope it gave you something to think about, and thanks for watching to the end. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now. But don't forget, subscribe if you can, give it a like if you can, share it if you can. Thanks. Bye for now.